Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LEC matchup.
Game summer and also coming into season finals to try and go for this early objective. So this is definitely something they're going to be trying to leverage as the game goes on to draw MDK into these fights where they're going to try and get that big wombo combo off.
The objectives being traded from both sides. Caps is fishing though, just trying to get a bit of information as to what Alioya is up to. RoboForm with a bit of push, goes for the all-in.
Level 6, just going to be the alt-for-alt trade, but
one of the advantages of finding these early dragons is that you can then avoid dragons for a while. While MDK is setting up for the third, fourth dragon, you can look to try and cross-map, make a play elsewhere on the map. So I think that G2 willing to make these trades, sure, the losing of the grubs means that it kind of hurts their side lane threat, but ultimately I think they're still in a fine position.
knock up there from Alvaro, just trying to zone out, be happy to grab that third plate for the side of MDK as they slowly extend a gold lead. That said, only about 400 gold in exchange for the 2 Drakes of G2. Oh yeah, off to the side now. Ulti there, excellent combo. Hansama rooted up as well. The arrow now going down, but it's only onto the cow, and he doesn't take any damage. Caps here is the Osco, looking for the angle, looking for the knock up onto multiple members, but just has to back away.
And MDK,
are in the team fights.
Especially how much he's going to be able to control the mid lane. You're seeing this Blade of the Rune King build come through again as Mirror gets flashed up.
Broken Blade, leveraging his flash to get a further advantage. Knowing Mirror doesn't have his flash, keeping that timing perfect, just a couple extra seconds. But now it's the TP coming in. Broken Blade needs to get the hell out. The slice the dice, how much longer? The sidestep is not there. The Gatling gun, the final auto as Frescowi gets the kill. Alvaro going forward. Unbreakable will should be available, but we'll use the flash early on. Supa there to cover. Has to be careful of burning too many resources. Supa, is he ready to re-engage? No, he's been caught out now. And in goes the Gwen, the arrow, the perfect cleanse. Coming in for Supa to keep him safe. Elio now looking for the re-engage. The TP now coming in for Mirwin, but he doesn't have the ulti. What is the cannon gonna do? Chase down the Ash is the answer. The exhaust is here, but it does absolutely nothing.
MDK are fighting back as G2 try and get something on the map. The kill in bot, the kill in mid, and Supa's chasing Mickey to high hell, but Mickey just able to escape away.
Mirwin's still fine for now, still has the flash.
You do get an example there of what the Mist can do against this Kennen, and now with having no Kennen, Alvaro, X-Flash is over. Has he got his team?
He doesn't. But for a moment, they failed for the bluff. Now they've realized that Alvaro is all on his lonesome, but the Unbreakable Will is now coming out. Supa waiting over the wall. The Mist already gone. The ulti hitting the cleanse not available. Hansama immediate looking to follow up off to the side. Alvaro's taking out Mirwin coming in from the back, but doesn't have an ulti. It might not matter. Frescowi firing back. Supa grabbing the kill. The wind wall is there. A split up, messy fight, but now Yike getting involved, looking for a few more clean cuts. The knock by Alioya is clutch. The knockback, not enough to stop Mickey. As Caps goes instantly over the wall. The tornado coming through with Steel Tempest. Mirwin cannot find his way out of this one off to the side of Frescowi versus Hansama, but Caps cut down by Mirwin. The Smolder coming out, and MDK do not hesitate to go blow for blow with G2
across the board. So it's going to be a messy one. It looks like instead G2 going to just pull away, and it will be MDK who secure that objective.
MDK prospering in that chaos that G2 brought to the table, that incredibly split fight. Ultimately, they come out on top, and now it's Mirwin getting aggressive in the bottom lane. Broken Blade running for his life, not really much of a wave to push here, but a little bit of poke damage coming through, and yeah, you highlighted the 6 grubs. Keeping this push going for just a little bit longer. I think it's able to grab this
longer, yeah.
Off of 2 caster minions?
And a dream on that one.
That was it's not just Supa's ult you have to worry about. Mirwin's ulti as well, the sheer amount of damage Frescowi can bring to the table. It is so hard for G2 with this composition to easily navigate a team fight, especially when MDK are already going to be first to set up on so many of these objectives. But Broken Blade doing his due diligence, getting that tower traded back on the bottom side, trying to keep the gold close.
I think the only saving grace for G2 is that they did manage to pick up 2 dragons. Try to clear this out before they try and make any sort of play, because double TP available for Madeline's Koi. Caps can't join as quick, but Mirwin might be close.
The arrow, but Broken Blade in the perfect position now to follow through. This is Predator, he's trying to ult, but Hansama a nice backstep means Mirwin's not going to be able to get much of anything. Cannon taken out of the equation, crucial for G2.
An easy pick is Mirwin.
Access to the mid lane, probably going to be able to break down this mid lane tier 1.
And that's what I was going to say, even though you get the pick as G2, hang on, MDK going for us.
Yike over the wall, what can the Gwen do? 1.5 items, full AP, the option now. Double needlessly large rod, decent damage coming in from the ulti, but not too much yet, just onto Alvaro, but now he's just getting instantly deleted. 1 pop, no defensive stats, but there goes Caps. Hansama now looking to follow up the wind wall there. In the meantime, trying to box as much damage as possible, but there is the MF, the bullet time. Alvaro with the re-engage, and Mirwin is here. The pick so damn long ago. Hansama! Oh my God, MDK in Munich, obliterating G2 G2 in the fight.
Mad Lions Koi are actually playing the G2, and this is what we're highlighting, right? If G2 don't get their coordination down, if they don't get that big wombo, MDK can turn it around so well, but now G2 trying to defend bottom side.
Alvaro just gaining control of the jungle, but you're right. G2 gonna struggle against the Baron push. Elyoya already setting up with his ultimate. Gwen immune, but Hansama very much not. Elyoya instantly going in, now looking for a little bit more, but it seems he is overextended. Yike and Broken Blade looking to double team. TP now coming in, Alvaro with the punt back onto Caps. Caps now locked up, the flash dash through. Mickey escaping. Elyoya taking out, the Baron buff delayed. Crucial for G2 to trade 1-for-1.
But I'm running out of win conditions for G2 now. They need to find picks. Maybe they can play through side, but ultimately this game is going to get closer to just these bigger team fights, and it's MDK that's going to be dictating them. The only advantage that G2 has is that they can maybe stall. Maybe they can wait for more dragons. Maybe they can wait, but this game is very quickly, completely falling out of control.
Mickey looking for the engage. Frescowi off to the side. A quick stun might be enough. They're trying to get over the wall, but Suba doesn't have the ultimate. Frescowi now able to cut down. Huge shutdown for Caps, but it'll be traded back now. Attention spent on the objective, but Yike is here. Yike with a smite to take this one away. The knockback, but they'll just burst him down. The Gwen doesn't have any HP!
Super is just feeling alive in this series. 7-1 and 5 on the MF. He shuts down. In terms of the 1v1, Cap should be able to do just fine against Mioin. And so it's a bit of a stalemate right now, but remember that the greater game plan here from MDK is to suffocate G2. Deny them of their jungle, deny them of vision, deny them of everything, ready to take the Baron in the near future.
There is ulti.
Yeah, the ult's just going to force them away.
Gwen immune. Initial damage block, TP on the flank. But they've been spotted out by the sapling, but Frescowi crucially has been cut. Now Yike gets to unleash as the Gwen, the needlework, finally going to work. Supa now isolated, but he's used the cleanse. Free to free fire, but too far away from the fight. The wind wall buys a bit more space for the rest of the team. Mioin isolated and caught out. Yike now going forward, and it's Caps versus Supa. Caps are trying to get the hell out. That is one powerful misfortune, but Yike gets the reset. Supa running, sprinting, strutting his stuff in the midst of the fight, but now Yike instantly popped. Supa taking over Elyoya, hand delivering the Quadra.
Super is just too damn good. The man spaces perfectly. He takes no damage, and he secures the Quadra for MDK.
The patience in that fight from Mad Lions Koi. Wait for cooldowns, play for Supa, peel for Supa. Let Supa deliver us to the promised land of a 1-0 lead versus G2.
The creativity of G2 cut down in the blink of an eye. 27 minutes in game one. MDK in total control of each and every single fight.
This works out really well.
Here we are.
So I actually love this. So one of the things that we were just highlighting was, hey, if you can play from range, yeah, it's the range advantage that Hansama has that makes it very difficult to try and play. So we're going to see him take a step back as Frescowi takes a lot of damage here.
But Cap's uncertain if he wins this now. Rising spell torsion for Frescowi giving him so much work. Flash forward.
MVP just got solo killed by Frescowi.
We're kind of seeing more traditional Mad Lions Koi in this game, where it's trying to get out on the map early, make these early plays happen. But bot side,
Level 4 there for G2. Hungry for a little bit more. Knockup is good. Alvaro now turning it back. Has so much resistance. Is courtesy of the Aftershock, courtesy of the Eclipse, but he's still getting burned down. One more auto to do it. Hansama going in. Hansama flashing back safety, but Supa does not hesitate. Instantly blazing forward the guns. Mickey trying to body block as best he can. The shield coming in. The battle dance. The knockup, but it is not enough. And now it's Mickey who's been caught out. Mickey who's in trouble because the trigger seed is there. And Mickey, he's probably going to be triggered after that one. Double kill for the bot lane of MDK. Now the response as Frescowi will fall.
G2 needed something, and they're able to get it back in the mid lane, but bot side again, it is MDK. G2 should be able to take this dragon away.
I will say game one, Mad Lions Koi put a huge priority on cross-mapping these neutral objectives as Broken Blades found the flank.
Broken Blade off to the side, knockback is there. Supa, dead man walking, doesn't even need the ultimate. The angle for Broken Blade is good. Top father becoming the mid father there for a brief moment as G2 forced to retreat in the bottom lane.
You can definitely feel the shift. Only need the one to really get ready to go. Cassante is an example of that, who says, oh, I'm happy to fight right now. If you are Ezreal, if you want to go toe-to-toe, I'll take you on. He's looking to secure this tower. Oh, he should be able to get it.
Sticking around.
First tower secured, 720.
Top lane. MDK a little bit nervous about how many members of G2 are on this bottom side. They could just concede the tower and look for top instead, but they want to fight.
Broken Blade frontlining as best as he can. No wind wall this time to block the ulti though. Hansama, quick cleanse to make it out. Broken Blade blocked up by the Daisy briefly. Supa continuing to auto. The wave disrupted, and in the meantime, Mirwan already in the top lane. He TP'd up there to try to get an objective back, knowing his team could hold the line bot lane.
Look at top, look at top. TP being used from Broken Blade to set up a flank on to Mirwan. I thought the Corki would also look to collapse.
Split fight. Mirwan running. As the flap will be fine now. The 3v3 in the bottom lane.
But it won't be for long.
Scowie.
Looking for Scowie.
Locked up. Ulti coming in for Mickey now. Going back on Sama. And Yike. Quick to lay down the damage. Frescowie coming.
I will say, I think the biggest difference from game one is the amount of damage that Yike's offering at this point in the game. This brand shows up, and if you're seeing
G2 get to fall back to Dragon, and honestly, you can just rinse and repeat here if you want to, and look for Rift Herald afterwards.
well, I think that they turn their attention to the bot tower. Broken has his sights on the bot tower. He could be saying, guys, I can take this by myself. We don't really need to make some sort of crazy play for this. There it is. Objective
Cryo to walk in safely.
I think MDK thought they were going top, but now they might just take Hansama.
Hansama slow is there. Root is there. No more cleanse because of the previous fight. One quick dead Ashe in the mid lane. Broken Blade follow up there. Daisy third auto not going to hit, but the Grubs, excuse me, the Herald down for G2.
This bot tower with Broken Blade once again. Grubs. Broken Blade's damage on the tower. Another objective side of MDK's jungle. You kind of look at the vision on your screen and you can see MDK don't see anything. And what does that mean? Objective secured.
To push in on this top side, get some sort of objective bounty, but G2 not taken low enough. And now they will establish themselves once more as MDK.
Back to board. Alvaro caught out. Easy chase down for a Broken Blade. Courtesy of the Iceborne Gauntlet. Pullback is there as well. Elia has to be careful about overcommitting, but Mirwan over the wall calling in Mom. It might be enough. Hansama out of position. Hansama still standing. Crucially, Elia not running a caps more than happy to shred through that life bar as Yike grabs the double.
I mean, G2 just run at them. MDK don't have an answer. They don't have a way to stop the charging G2. They turn their attention to the Baron with no smite available on Elyoya. It's down to the 380 carries to turn this fight around.
With no vision in the pit, 2K getting lower. Supa can't even get close. Cap taking a bit of a chunk of damage. Baron down. MDK falling to pieces. Mickey finding the knock up. Another 80 carry falling. One more remaining as Mirwan retreats. 251 stacks, not enough to make the difference.
It's a double kill, it's a Baron, it's a double kill for Yike. And Mirwan may be sandwiched in the middle of that as well, as he's going to just barely escape. But I don't think there's anywhere for him to go.
Mom not here to save him, but the TP is. Caps on the way in.
The Krogs!
The Krogs get Mirwan. They're investing so much into Alvaro, the front line of MDK. But what can they do through the shield?
But G2 should be able to take the tower.
The chance for the top father as he walks away with his life. He returns back out onto the map, looking to push down mid. 1 minute till the Dragon's Soul.
Mickey overconfident, instantly locked up. Supa now trying to follow the flash over the wall into Hansama. Supa again. The cleanse. Yike backing up, recognizing that is not his moment to turn that fight.
Mickey didn't see Elyoya over the wall, thought maybe it was a pick onto Alvaro, but the cavalry was there. And MDK, they get something back in the G2. The remnants of their Baron will fade, but MDK are still stuck in the base.
It's nice to get something back for MDK, but it is but a molehill compared to the mountain of a gold deficit that they find themselves in. Mirwan gonna go back, spend what money he can. Broken Blades.
Knock back on a Broken Blade, footwork back to the minions to keep him safe. Supa slowly working his way through that health bar, but now Yike is here. They cannot afford to group up. Mirwan running from caps on the side.
This is 3v5.
Cassante living his best life, but again, it's Mickey who's locked up, and Alvaro quickly finds himself in no man's land.
Broken Blade looks at MDK and reminds them who is running from who. He brings Alvaro back into Yike. They find another kill. And now the Dragon is easy pickings. Soul likely for G2.
Broken Blade can walk at you menacingly, strut at you, turns out as well, and you cannot kill him.
He's just a menace.
It's just a menace all around. And G2.
Still favored in the fights. MDK staying grouped up, hoping to find the 5v5. The battle lines are drawn, but information in favor of G2 right now. Mickey hoping to find the engage. Movement speed steroid coming in from the ulti. The Cloud Soul there to back him up. Doing a hell of a lot more than Smolder's mom as Broken Blade just continues to walk forward menacingly while the rest of his team finds the kills they need. Brokenblade going in, unstoppable. One more in Tofu strike, looking for the setup. Super locked up, not fast enough this time around. The knockback is there. Yike, legendary. Mirwin and Elyoya running for their lives. Knock up there, Mirwin trying to backstep, Mirwin trying to hold on, doing everything he can to keep them in this game. Elyoya walking away, but the Dragon just not tanky enough. Elyoya getting cut down. Hansama coming around the corner. G2 firing back in game 2 to tie up the series.
MDK drew their battle lines, but didn't know they were standing in front of the execution squad. Shot down where they stood, and MDK are left gasping, hoping for more as G2 will take game number 2.
Things would be easier, but G2, yeah, okay, 100% the run back, but now Mad Lions Koi, that's the curveball.
That's what I was going to say. I think the difference maker is the fact that we're not going to get triple AD.
Difference. Frescowi continues to do a good job, even though he's a bit behind in farm. That's kind of what you'd expect in this matchup. But Elyoya, at the very least, is able to secure the Dragon.
Good control over the mid lane now for G2 though, because for Scowie, under a ton of pressure, I don't think they are. I think they're going to look maybe for the top side instead. Mirwin going to reset, because I think G2 could have looked for
vision control, pressure on the map, and this was something that G2 really got the better of MDK in the previous game.
Definitely did. The setup now for the dive. Brokenblade can go unstoppable, is already ghosted, but so much damage coming through. Watch out, eat, baby. Brokenblade going down quick. Mickey not able to lock up Alvaro, the person tanking the tower. A clean dive from MDK.
Yeah, Mickey flashed
game 2 and game 1 as well. Can make the push very easy. Mirwin may be forced to ult, and he does so now. The Yike is here. Mirwin's in trouble. Mickey trying to chase. Quick flash out. Not able to find the charm. Bit of a split focus. And while Mirwin has to deal with a couple of mites, he's still standing for now.
TP now coming in though.
TP in, immediate CC. Mickey does not have the knockup. One more on it from Hansama. It's going to do it. He gets the kill down. In the meantime, TP into the bottom lane from G2. Desperate to cover that, but it's 3 members coming in. That might have been a little bit too much, Caps. Not ready for the surprise attack from MDK. Thought he could keep that tower standing.
It's hits all over the place. G2 successful in top lane. MDK on bot, but Brokenblade is here.
But they just hit the tower. And then all right, setup is there. Trying to go in onto Alvaro. Everyone's dancing.
He's trying to thin out the wave as much as possible. He's going to succeed.
And they don't have mics.
Dragon will be secured by Elyoya, the second of the game. This bot lane tower is getting very low, and we find ourselves game 3 very close in terms of gold.
Hansama has to be so careful.
Oh. Sidestep good. Sleep could have come through, but the rest of the team there to cover. And one more auto from Supa. We'll finish the job. They give it to their mid laner, knowing that he can put it to good use in the side lane.
MDK are kind of missing out on these opportunities to work with Supa's ultimate though. So this next Dragon is going to be crucial for MDK. You're hitting 2 items for Supa. Play for this big moment with that MF ult, but G2 finding picks. Have they gone in?
Mickey now turning back, trying to burn through Elyoya. Low health bar, and instantly the Fawn deleted, taken out. Alvaro running, burning, ticking. Brokenblade off to the side, can lock up Supa effortlessly. Now going to try to ult him back into his team. W comes through, he holds it, he waits, he takes his time. Going all out against Supa. Supa, the lifesteal now coming in. Ulti is there! Anticipating the move from Brokenblade. He gets a kill back, but it's still G2 on the mid lane tower. In the meantime, Mirwin in the top lane desperately wants to get something back.
Brokenblade, he was a little too overconfident in that play, but G2, they still find 2 picks, and they secure the mid tower. The Lilia was the big check. Supa is very strong, though.
Yeah.
I mean, giving a kill over, even if...
Oh. He's rich. Thank you, Santander. He's rich and strong.
Yes,
what a combo.
I think this game is going to come largely down to Caps versus Supa. His positioning is going to be crucial. Oh, ulti from Alvaro.
MDK just trying to hold on to control of the Dragon Pit. Mirwin will lose 1 tower, but won't have to give up much else. G2 trying their best to set up a favorable exchange here at the Dragon. Now using the TP. Where is Yike's ulti going to go? The big question. The flank now coming in. Not the flank. Support TP coming in instantly. G2 going to find the combo. Supa deleted. You said if any, it comes down to him, but now it might have to be Frescowi instead. Everybody's taking a nap on the side of G2, but the follow-up is not there. A split fight from MDK costs them so much, even as Cap's health bar burns down. G2 will take the Drake.
They were trying to set up, but there was no one in position to be that tank. No one to deny.
As he locks onto his target, Supa near the front line. Alvaro standing in his way, goes for a bit of a poke, and that was the mistake. Flash it.
One more potentially on this top side.
MDK Have they caught out Caps, overloading the side lane, but the blue trinket comes through, and now it's G2 on the hunt. Arrow, Hex flash from Alvaro. A good catch to be sure, but this ain't a game of baseball, baby. League of Legends means that's gonna cost him. Now BrokenBlade going in, finding the knockback onto 2. Yike, there to follow up. Domination from G2.
It's a home run from G2. Alvaro gets smacked down with the arrow, and now they will turn over to the Baron right as it spawns. It's the perfect moment for G2.
Absolute devastation for MDK. They thought that they were creating a collapse onto Caps, but instead it was they who were collapsed on. 3 members down, the Baron secured, and G2 looking to themselves. But with Yike right behind him.
I was gonna say, do we forget the 7-kill brand in the previous game? This duo, again, we talk so much about the premier mid-jungle duos in Europe. Yike and Caps really making a difference in game 2 and 3.
They certainly are. Getting a bit close to that tower there. As BrokenBlade does have the Baron buff, he's creating that extra point of pressure. Caps with a quick rotation over to mid. And now this 2-pronged attack is for Scow. He's isolated top. MDK don't have the resources to keep this tower alive. They're happy to concede it for now.
But they just get to rotate quicker to the bottom side, and now they're going to be setting up once more. Mirwin trying to move into position on bot side, gets pushed in mid, but you're outnumbered here.
TP here. No Q3 for Frescowi, but he will have the ulti available. Mom called. Frescowi gonna try to backstep, interrupt the CC as best he can, but he's so weak, he only has a single item. Yike caught out though, and again, Supa finding the angle, backed up by Alvaro with the CC to get the kill on.
Some fans petitioning to get us a desk. The Dragon gonna be secured.
I appreciate the
find this game. And while the man has been criticized in the season finals for overextending, when that man is locked in, he is locked in.
Caps caught out of it here. Immediate follow. Ulti comes through. Quick pick on the side lane. G2 now responding. Hansama continuing to step up. Solar flare down. Alvaro cut down. Arrow to follow. Connecting on Elyoya. The damage coming in. And here comes the cavalry. 007 trying to find a way in. Casino Royale, baby. As G2 start cashing out with the fire back. Not enough. Hansama still standing. MDK trying to hold on to the top lane. Mom called, but not doing enough.
Mickey keeps Hans alive at the end. The backstep under the tower to be in range of the heal to then get the bonus movement speed.
But there is 0 you can do when G2 is on form like this.
G2, we're here again, the lines of scrimmage drawn, but it's Caps on the flank. The arrow connected on the little baby dragon, the knock up there. Elyoya sprinting out, he knows it's done. Hansama unstoppable. G2 find the pick, the Baron in their sights.
The pick potential from Hansama is just unrivaled. They couldn't demonstrate it in game 1, but in game 2 and game 3, they just keep catching MDK out.
We went from how to train your dragon to how to frame it on your living room wall. It has been brutal for Mirwin, and now as the Baron falls to G2, how do you try and come back? Time and again, MDK have gone for these squishy comps. They hope they can find moments to fight against G2, but they have rallied in game 2 and 3. They have closed rank, they've gave nothing, and anytime MDK think they found an opening, it's just a bait for G2 to run them through.
And MDK thought, hey, it was a single piece, 1 or 2 things that might have been wrong. If we adjust, we can come back stronger in game 3. And while the first few minutes might have looked better, the answer is no, it was.
Calms as MDK sets up position in the river. Fog of War, strong. G2 see very little. Mickey fishing. They've got to be careful though.
Mirwin just now hit 275, the threshold for the execute. A little bit more power in the fight, is it enough to find and eliminate those priority targets on G2? But G2 might not even need to worry about it. They get mid push first.
Flashes down so much
Let's
across
eat
the
it.
board.
Top side. They don't care about this Drake. They don't care about Soul Point. They're happy to just break open the base. MDK, we're hoping for the 5v5, hoping for the angle, but they're just going to concede so much.
The arrow.
The arrow!
Connect. Elyoya. He's stunned. The inhibitor goes down. That's 1. That's 2 for G2.
Hansama or Prey, hard to be sure. Arrows hitting. Recall will complete. Tier 2 already dead, and MDK know it. They'll just concede that objective. 1 inhibitor standing, 1 inhibitor tower to protect it.
Frescowi is looking for a TP. The Lord is there, ready.
Arrow again, finding Mirwin. Broken Blade stepping up, looking for the Q3. Alvaro off to the side. Keep your eyes on Supa. That ult has to be everything, but already Alvaro burning Blaze, taking him down. Mirwin calling in Mom. The ulti not going to catch from Supa. They've got too many sums up and available. Mickey! The perfect angle! Anticipates the backstep. Hansama cutting them down, and G2 on the cusp of match point. One dragon, not enough.
Mickey X marks the spot as to where MDK once stood as G2 hold the minions and look for the end.
Mirwin running. He'll get a kill back on the Caps, but it shouldn't be enough. A backstep is good, a bit of hope, but G2, they just auto the Nexus, and with confidence, they get close to match point. The knockup will seal the deal, and G2.
Good work for Mirwin in that top lane if he wants to try and go for something a bit nutty, because I think Aatrox's not one that does well against him, but actually, they're going to bring out the Gwen as well, so going to try and set up
the
for
minion wave as a kind of wall, but they're suspicious. Here we go.
One auto, concussive blows, the Braum passive, really the big thing that matters here. Hansama already marked up. Mickey trying to stop Alvaro from getting any further. 2, 3, and 4. This is a massively MDK paper trade thus far, but the Cleanse now coming in. Supa taking a decent amount of damage. 4 shot, evening things up a bit, but Hansama still taking damage. Finally able to reload. Mickey full committing here. No ignite to finish the kill. Hansama wants the 4 shot. There it is! One left in the chamber, puts it to work.
A beautiful. Now we turn our attention to top.
Broken Blade level 2. Mirwin's level 3. Wave crashing Elyoya on the way in. Might just be about getting XP at this point. Can he turn this back? So much you see now going down. He's locked up briefly. Elyoya gonna fall. Disaster on the top side. Broken Blade gonna get up 1 or 2 creeps, but otherwise an even trade.
But first, Skyway might be looking to mid, gets the knock up onto Caps. Shield is there, but it's just going to back away. Still back to the roots and saying, hey, look, if we cut off the shot caller, cut off the proverbial head of G2, maybe we can find our moments in game 4.
And Aatrox not a champion who loses gracefully. Gonna need a lot of times and a lot of items if he's put at a deficit to really be that threat. So MDK, I think they found the weakness in the armor. They're gonna push again, but Yike is here to cover it again. It will fail. This time, Broken Blade keeps his life, and MDK walk away empty-handed.
The timing from Yike was flawless. The idea from MDK is pick potential of the Ashe, and Supa on this Ashe is now going to have to show us the same. He's been moved up towards the top side. MDK set the sights on Broken Blade once more.
Broken Blade.
Almost level 6.
In trouble, but he's been here before. Level 6 now comes through. Extra healing. Nice sidestep on the initial piece of CC. Q3 buys a bit more time, but it's just not enough. MDK, well played. Third member, the difference maker there.
Shift this into bot side. See if they can find some pressure towards Hansam and Mickey. Otherwise, you look at the top left corner of your screen, a minute until those Void Grubs, a potential 6 grub buff, and actually feels like G2 have found their stride again. They understand how they want to approach the game. This Corki has been massive for Caps, and Hansama continues to impress.
I will say I like this more than the RFC second, because it just gives you a slightly stronger spike.
Yeah, Mosquito has hands now.
Yeah, exactly, Dagda. But again, we kind of turn our attention to the map. It's G2. They pushed away Mountain top. They have the pressure in bots, the TP flank bots.
Knock on Hansama, decent. Do they have the follow through? Concussive blows lands. That's big. Mirwin on the backside. They're looking to collect a bounty quickly on the Jin. A bit of revenge for the bot lane murder earlier on. Donated to Frescowie. Massive shutdown for the Yone. A good pick. It costs a lot, but it's worth the price.
The Guardian keeps Alvaro alive as G2 not in a position to fight back at all.
Great use of the TP from MDK. Just a creative way of
MDK though, because yes, you're going to end up taking this top side, but there's still moments where I want to see if they're able to control this play on mid, because even though you have Rift Herald, it's very easy for G2 to collapse on you incredibly quickly. They already burnt the TP from Mirwin on towards this spot side play. You can't really look for any sort of play in the mid turret until you have that teleport back up. So MDK needs to play patient over the next few minutes. Just wait until they can try and fight G2 on an even footing.
Broken Blade getting aggressive, knows that he has Mickey on the way in. Ulti over from Frescowie is clean. We'll walk away. Lost chapter there. See how he wants to approach this build. It was Death Cap second to Yike. The Grubs remain really good at taking towers. No creep wave needed. A single one will do.
And it's hilarious to see, because G2 at the start of the year were a Void Grub team. They would so consistently look for this 6 grub buff, but they kind of disappeared with it and decided it wasn't really worthwhile. We go for Dragons instead, but now they're coming back. And Mirwin, does he hop over the wall?
Mirwin waiting, does a lot of damage. The Shroud, though, going to fade away. Moves out of it to reset the cooldown, at least for a brief moment. Gives himself a bit more time. And now Elyoya has been caught out. Curtains have been called. Down goes the boar. Alvaro going to try his best to body block. But just a single pick for G2.
It was MDK in the waters. Pockets of vision here and there. Frescowi continues to scale on the sideline. Caps doing something similar. Mirwin sees his chance. Invests the... Wait, maybe I missaw.
No,
oh no, he does invest the ultimate.
That's the ulti gone.
And that's everything gone. Caps sees his window.
Teamfight power gone. Flash forward. Perfectly aimed. Mickey. Yet another kill for G2.
And just quick punishments.
Probably not close at all. And so you just kind of have to concede the dragon, and that means the bit by bit more control. I say that, MDK is posturing.
Need to fight, want to find an angle. Lock up there, Broken Blade immediately goes on to Supa. Supa really no room to play at all. Forced to use the arrow early, knocking from Alvaro to keep his 80 carry standing. Frescowi over the wall, force shot for Hansama.
Gwen?
Not gonna matter much, but the curtain is called. The angle, hitting the rocket to follow. Alvaro body blocks the force shot, but it was the Corky he should have watched out for.
I thought it was the sniper, but it's a heat-seeking missile that's coming in on the opposite side.
Mickey.
And Mirwin was trying to flank. Do they find him? No. They walk past the bush that little
Terrible at taking the Baron with the Brand, the Aatrox. The Corky will balance things out, so an objective that has to be respected. Caps seeing the angle, knowing the soul unbound, forcing Frescowi to come back, but he has the Q3 to escape. That said, Caps completely unafraid, but the damage from Frescowi is big. Needs to be perfect here. Dashes in, one more soul unbound, dash through. Caps gonna be able to find him. Q3 hoping to find it, can snap back, but doesn't have the time. There's no tenacity for the Yone. He's easy pickings for that.
This game is very quickly getting out of their hands.
And we thought maybe this was a moment for MDK. They had looked so good. They took down G2. Maybe this rookies could do things.
Flash, Mirwin locked up. This is big. The Gwen damage, their sole source of a lead. Now they're able to fire back, but the current call is finally here. Oh, and it's the miss phase. G2 strike back. Supa trying to backstab as best he can, but Broken Blade, despite the deficit, his team is there to carry the fight through a triple for your MVP.
The rookies are being slaughtered. G2 have no respect for what could have been. They want to end this. They want to make it what should have been.
Frescowi trying to find the 1v1, should still be favored, but the root from Hansama! Oh! It's rage-inducing! It could have been his, but the Jin was there from 3,000 range to seal the deal. And now the Baron falls in favor of G.
Is available for MDK, and G2 continue the slow roll, that slow movement in to the base of MDK.
MDK, Celestial opposition burn from Alvaro. Using the resources they have to at least slow the push. They'll likely have to concede the tier 2, but Mirwin looking for a different angle.
They want Caps.
Caps, their eyes on the prize. It'll likely cost them a tier 2, maybe more, but Caps trying to come through, trying to find the damage, going in onto Mirwin, thinks he can win the 1v1 in the meantime. Needlework coming in, 1,000 gold to Mirwin for the top side. What else will they give? What else will they pay for the shutdown onto Caps? The base falling apart, the tower breaking, but the inhibitor still stands. A desperate maneuver from the side of MDK, but it gets them a little bit back in return.
I mean, that's the best type of play that MDK can look for right now. It secures the death cap for Mirwin. Just buy time, wait for that opportunity. You're kind of doing everything you can to find that miracle play. Supa though, he's already there.
The curtain's open. MDK overconfident. The arrow there. Frescowi now trying to turn this one back, but it's too little. They've given up 2. That jungle does not belong to them.
They needed to slow for the dragon. They thought they could get the bounty, but G2 took off and they just immediately turned it around, and now they're scrambling. G2, they want to end this.
G2 may have faltered in the first series versus MDK. They may have been caught off guard, but in the final moments of this game 4, they refuse to fall. Can Mad Lions Koi say the same? Mirwin finding the first kill, the fight kicking off. Everything comes down to this Gwen. Frescowi there as well. Flash out from Hansama buys them a bit more time. They will stay standing.
A dangerous. Replenished. MDK will find a window though. They've secured a mid tower, get a little bit more gold. Mirwin is really, could be all it takes. Supa. Yeah, Alvaro, good read there. recognizes how much danger his AD carry is in, but he's going to pay the price.
Losing so much health, manages to find the knockup button too, but Mirwan's not in a position. He's not set up. MDK. The range from G2 and Broken Blade. Despite the early game is here. Needlework now coming in. Yike gonna be in trouble. Mirwan trying to bring this one back. The ulti good. He goes golden, but it's just enough time to watch his team die before his eyes. Frescowi though, hunts him out. Is it enough? Can the Yone do it? Q3 now coming through. There's 3 members on top of him. It is not. G2 in the LEC. Winter, spring, and summer. Through the lower bracket, they'd have no other way. The season final stands in front of them. G2 and Fnatic, as it was before, as it is again, it is inevitable.
These were the best highlights from today's LEC matchup. Click that subscribe button faster than Ramus can say okay. See you on the next one.